Welcome back, Modern Speaking Podcast. This is your boy, Dark Side of Daryl, Dark Wing Daryl, St. South Carolina finest, Orangeburg County own. Now, we got us a special guest in here today with us, Mr. Jermaine Brown. He the one who actually started me, Mike, with the workout, man. You know what I'm saying? Get my body right and stuff like that, man. So I'm gonna hand the floor to Jermaine. And go ahead, man. Just introduce yourself, Jermaine. Just let everybody know, who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Okay, great, man. First of all, I want to say appreciate you guys for having me on, man. It's an honor. You know
Thank
what
you,
I'm saying?
man.
I'm more than grateful to be on this platform with you guys, man. Me and Daryl go way back, man.
Mm-hmm.
We started working out together, and we both kind of fed off each other, man.
Yep.
Both have competitive spirits, man, and
Mm-hmm.
just want to see each other get better, man.
Exactly.
Right now, I'm a certified personal trainer. I also have a youth football organization here in Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina, Next Level
Okay.
Spartans. So, I'm all about giving back to the community and the youth. So I'm big on that. And I'm a big sports fan, man. I love talking sports. I love being around sports. And
Mm-hmm.
and I just think that sports just bring everybody together, man.
Yep.
So I'm excited about just coming in here, chopping it up with the brothers, man, and let's get this thing rolling.
All right, man. All right, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, we
Oh
gonna
yeah,
get going. Stay our motto, man. We may not always be right. We may not always be wrong.
We can all get our mouth speaking what we're speaking on.
Hey,
there it is.
with that being said, man. Hey, Jermaine, what? Okay, you a youth football coach. You
Mm-hmm.
saw the draft. You saw what? Matter of fact, we ain't gonna even hit on that. Let's talk. What do you think about the draft? In its totality, as far as like the Carolina Panthers, picking who they pick. What do you think about that?
Okay, well, let me just tell you this. You see what I got on the University of Miami. So Cam Ward from the U. There you go. We're first round overall. I'm loving it.
Uh-huh.
Now with it's crazy because with the Panthers pick, um, the Panthers just got so much stuff they gotta do. But I know so much need that they
Mm-hmm.
need on that team. But I know
Mm-hmm.
Dan Morgan, he's the type of guy, general manager, that he
Mm-hmm.
likes to build his team inside out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, to be that first pick that they
Mm-hmm.
got, um,
The wide receiver from Arizona.
right, right. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to figure out, was that the right one, right? And you're trying to think, was that what they needed, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, he like to build inside out. Do I think that wide receiver would have been there? And for the next pick, I don't know. But I just think, me personally, I gave them, just by looking at it. I'm a Dallas fan, so let me get that out the way. I'm a Dallas
Mm-hmm.
fan. I don't have no alliance to the Carolina Panthers, but
Mm-hmm.
I would have gave they draft grade like a C.
Okay.
A C, and that's just like you say, ain't no right or wrong. That's just me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I like to build inside out. I think
Mm-hmm.
you could have got that got another receiver um later on down the line.
Exactly. Okay. And my homeboy Mike was saying the same thing too. He didn't really. Well, I'll go ahead and let him speak on it. What do what do you think about the pick, Mike? You didn't like it.
Jermaine hit on a lot of the same points that I would have did. I mean, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of they just took. If you go back to last year's draft, they
Uh huh.
moved back up to be with Xavier Leggett. So think about it like this: they're telling you everything you need to know about Xavier Leggett. Either they don't believe in him or they don't trust him. But they came back this year, doubled down, and got another receiver. So they said Leggett's supposed to be his number one receiver. He
Mm-hmm.
had some up, real bad up and down. This guy, McMillan, I'm not sold on him yet, but I'm gonna wait till they get on the field to see because he might be one of the ones that you talk junk about, and he might turn out to be better than what you thought.
Yeah.
But to me, when you're historically bad on defense the way they were last year, the offense wasn't the problem with me. Even though they're having the receivers
Mm-hmm.
they had, Jalen Coker and Adam Thielen and Leggett and Chuba
Mm-hmm.
Hubbard and Rico Dow came from the Cowboys. But my thing is, offense wasn't the problem. It was defense. So now you
Defense.
ain't got another offense. But at the same token, they doubled down on night two and got two defensive edge. They got the young
Mm-hmm.
kid from Texas. They got the other guy from Ole Miss. Both of them had high grades.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. They went and got the big guy Cam from Florida, 6'6", 330 some pounds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a one stopper. I like that pick. Now
Mm-hmm.
the running back pick of Trevor Etienne, I didn't
Terry,
kind of
yeah.
understand. Really didn't understand that
Mm-hmm.
pick because that was a fourth round pick. That means that man needed to contribute this year. If you got two and you got Rico, when is he going to play? So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand that pick. But getting Jimmy Horn, bringing him in
Yep.
at the seventh round was a great pick. Like I say, and even the safety from Ohio State was a good pick. But I want to say
Yeah.
something right quick. Man, no pun intended, but I don't mind that I'll hold it up for you, but you say you're a Cowboy fan, man. I'm gonna tell you what I did tell people here. Take your left and right hand and you choke yourself, man. That's a horrible squad right now. So, no disrespect to you, man, but we were doing good until you said I'm a Cowboy fan. And I'm like, hey, man, either you sick or something, or you was in the sun too long, but there's either here or there. But I'm gonna leave it alone. So we gonna talk about the draft, so I'm gonna leave it alone. That was it. That's all I had to say to you, man.
Hey
Got you.
Jermaine, well,
Yo,
since you're saying that, man, what about your Cowboys? How you like what you think they did? With their picks, how you like their picks?
hey, listen. I know a lot of people. This ain't gonna go over well with a lot of people. Even some of the Cowboys fans, like some of my partners, man. I think we did well, and I'm not saying that to be a homer. Again,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of building inside out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We
Yeah,
got that. We got that lineman. Where that lineman came from? Was it Oklahoma? Was it Oklahoma?
yeah, something
What
like
was it?
that.
Yeah,
Where?
Oklahoma something. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's big, and that's what we got to get back to because
Mm-hmm.
again, with going back, I'm not trying to get off topic, but Dak Prescott, I'm not really a big fan, but that's who we got. I
Mm-hmm.
think that he need a
Good.
running game to complement his passing. You
Yeah.
can't just sit Dak Prescott back there, pay him Patrick Mahomes money, and don't
Mm.
perform like Patrick Mahomes or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you
Mm.
got to have a running game. But and
Mm-hmm.
I think that Dallas starting with that offensive, I mean that lineman, and then getting that D tackle from UCLA. I
Mm-hmm.
forget his name. But see, we got some in that guy right there. He can play the nose tackle and he can play the three technique too. So people
Mm-hmm.
gotta
Mhm.
look at that. He's interchangeable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mhm.
big on inside out because we can find skill guys. You know what I'm saying? We can
Mm-hmm.
find skill guys because we're thinking about bringing your boy back, Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Um
Mhm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Amari Cooper back. We think about bringing him back. And Amari Cooper, when he was with Dallas, I mean, I thought he was real. I thought he was good. I mean, I know he didn't show up
Mm-hmm.
during away games, home
Mm-hmm.
games. He was phenomenal. Away
Mm-hmm.
games,
Mhm.
he got
Yeah.
missing. But I think
Mm-hmm.
Dallas with the new coaching staff, man, and we got some new energy. If Jerry Jones could kind of let them coach, I think we'll be all right, man. And I know I might seem like I'm a lunatic or whatever, but Dallas going to the Super Bowl, baby. Dallas going to the Super Bowl.
You go to the Super
I told
Bowl?
you.
Okay.
I told you this shit. Three things I'm gonna say about your team. You got Dakota. Anytime your quarterback named Dakota, you ain't gonna be no good. You said bring back to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is getting long in the tooth. He might
Right,
be a
Yeah.
good he might be a good compliment on the other side because I can see that happen. I can see that
Yeah.
repeat.
right,
I see them going back today. He'd be on the other side because at least he can catch the ball. So you gotta
right.
have
Yeah.
somebody. You have to have somebody opposite of your receiver that you don't want receiver on the other side. You gotta have
Yeah.
somebody opposite him. But when you gonna have Dakota, Michael Parsons. What's the receiver name? I can't even think of his name.
What,
Oh,
Jerry Judy?
Lamb.
No, yeah,
Lamb,
CeeDee
CD
Lamb.
Lamb? Yeah.
Lamb.
If they pay Michael Parsons and they got CeeDee Lamb and they got Dakota making all this money, 1/3 of your payroll is going to three players. That's out of
Right,
Yep.
53 million. That's out of
right.
53 million. And the last thing I'm gonna say about the Cowboys, because I don't like them, they're the worst team ever in the history to me because they fans make you crazy. You
You
got a
must be an
coach.
Eagles fan.
No. I'm gonna be honest. I was a Cowboy fan before the Panthers came. But now being in a Panther, and the only reason I switched over because when they
Oh
played in the
my
playoffs,
gosh.
no, when they played
That
in the
part.
playoffs, when they played in the playoffs, you gotta understand the reason when you're in Charlotte, you're either gonna be Pittsburgh, you're gonna be Washington, or you're gonna be Dallas. We didn't have a
Yep.
team at the time. I was a big Emmett fan. I was a Tony Dorsett fan. I was a Danny White and Randy White. I was a diehard
Okay,
Cowboy fan.
Mm.
okay.
But they were loyal guys back then. Now you got this owner that I got. He took his stuff don't stink like nobody else. You won those Super Bowls based off of Jimmy Johnson. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Right?
Barry Switzer won that Super Bowl, that was Jimmy Johnson boy.
Yep.
Yep.
Ever since then,
I agree.
y'all ain't sniffed the Super Bowl since then.
Right?
So my thing is, I'm trying to say this. I know what they say about the Panthers. At least in the last 20, 25 years, we've been irrelevant. We went to two Super Bowls. We done lost them, but we went to them. So on Sunday, when you got your food and your chips and your homeboys and your drinks or whatever, you can watch nothing the Super Bowl. Y'all ain't been nowhere close to Super Bowl. And then the last point I'm gonna make about this, you got a coach now. I don't even think nobody even heard of him. I
That's
think they could
good.
have won. They could have won.
That's
They could have
great.
won. They could have went
That's
on the
good,
side of the
Jermaine.
street.
Yes, that's good.
Man,
Hold on, sorry for cutting you off,
Yo,
Michael.
you good?
That's good because we don't need. We listen. We already quote unquote America's team. We already know that. Now,
who
with
say
that
that?
being
That's
said,
y'all say that. I don't know why.
with that being listen, with that being said, though, on some real stuff. With that being said, we don't need that celebrity coach. That distraction. I think we need to put our head down as a coaching staff, right, with the no-name coaches and get to work. But now that can only work. The opposite word is if Jerry Jones
Get
would
out
get
the
out
way.
the way. That's the only. That's the only time. That's the only way
Has
it
he
could
ever
work.
got
Because
out
we
the
don't
way?
need no big name coach, man. Though I mean, I think that coach is young and he hungry.
Finish the
Is it
shot.
has
Wait,
Jerry?
Schottenheimer. His name Schottenheimer.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Is Jerry Jones ever been out the way?
Yeah, he never been out the way.
Right. No, and you're right. You're right. But I'm just saying. I'm praying. Let me put it this way. I'm praying that something change.
Well, I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
what y'all do. I'm gonna tell you what y'all do. All y'all Cowboys fans go to AT&T Stadium. Get around the stadium. All y'all hold hands like a chain link. All y'all hold hands. Y'all make a chain lift long as that street. Y'all can pray to whoever got. A long time ago, you had a hole in the stadium. They say God used to look down on y'all.
God looking
But I tell
down
you
on us.
what, He ain't been looking down on y'all for the last 35 years. I'm saying that now because listen, y'all are boo boo. But we're not gonna talk about that. But listen, a serious question we want to talk about. I'm gonna throw it out there for
Go
both
ahead.
of y'all. How do y'all feel about the Shadur Sanders situation when he got, give me your feedback on why he failed, how he came before the pre-draft. He was a top 10 pick.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be a top 10 pick to fall all the way to the 144 pick. Why do y'all think that happened, and what you think of the reason behind it? And be honest about it.
I'm gonna
No
let you go
doubt. Go
ahead,
ahead. Go,
Jermaine.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Dal.
No,
You
go
want
ahead.
me to
I'll
go?
let you take the floor. You the guest. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, hey, there you go. That's what I wanted to really. No, that's a great question because everybody talking about it, so we might as well talk about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
my. This is just my opinion. Real talk. I think a lot of that was based off his dad, right?
Yeah.
Dion. The reason he fell based off the prime time Deion Sanders. Do I think it's right? No, I don't think it's right. But my butt is this, and I might get slack. I might get slack about it, but I think he was I thought that he thought that he was bigger than the NFL, and ain't
Uh-huh.
nobody bigger than the NFL. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if the Mannies, John Elway did it back in '70.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year that was, and then you got the Mannies did it. You're not. You got people got to understand. Deion Sanders is not. Sanders is not the Mannings. And then
Mm-hmm.
it was a totally two. It was totally different. You can look at Eli Manning in college compared to Shador. Eli, now this is me. Eli played in the SEC. Shador
Mm-hmm.
got not tripping. He played in what was it, the Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever it's called now.
Big 12. Uh-huh.
Eli, Big 12, yeah. Eli just had the more intangible. Eli was bigger, taller, wise, big
Mm-hmm.
arm. He had a
Mm-hmm.
bigger arm than Shador, and
Mm-hmm.
and he played better competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Shador, and I'm not hating. Trust me, I'm not, because I love the brother, right? Now, again, do I think he's flashy? Yeah, but that's here
Mm-hmm.
nor there. I just think that with him watching him play and me playing sports and played the sport, when you see him play, he's more of a system quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's more of a system quarterback, right? And it seems like he don't throw people open, meaning that he don't anticipate, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got to the guys got to be wide open, or
Mm-hmm.
got some space.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton, I mean not Cam Newton, Cam Ward. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward, he can do. He's kind of like You know, he can ad lib more like
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes. I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's him,
Yeah.
but he can make stuff like he can
Mm-hmm.
make things happen with his feet
Mm-hmm.
and with his arm because he throw from different angles.
Yeah.
Shador being that pocket passer, just sitting in there, um, and not being fast, not being athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he don't understand the NFL. Man, everybody, them big linemen, them boys running 4.5, 4.6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You if you can't outrun the people in college, then what you think you're gonna run with these grown men that's
Mm-hmm.
coming at you, right? Not, but the boy is if you give him time, he's the most accurate quarterback in college football, and that's no lie because if you look at his percentage rating, I think he was 70 something percent.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's incredible. That's
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
remarkable. But again, and then you got to say he had a bad offensive line,
Defensive
had
line,
no
yeah.
running game. But again, you could put that on a offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
You could also say that because they was trying to throw the ball like every single down. He
Mm-hmm.
like, and then he stayed in shotgun every down. I just don't. I just think to answer your question, I know I'm going on a tangent. To answer your question, I think that he lost a lot of money because of what his dad said about him. He's not
Mm-hmm.
going to this. He's not going to this team or this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of know what team he's going to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think owners didn't like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's why he failed. And then also just the shenanigans on draft day. Not knocking what he had on. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
that's our culture, right? We like to
Mm-hmm.
change. We like all this. I'm not a big fan of it, but he had the big chain on.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking he's gonna go there. That man, you gotta humble yourself, right? I don't. You just gotta humble yourself. That's just my opinion. But
Hey man.
that's that.
Hey Jermaine, man.
I've
Hey
been
man.
saying, been saying it.
Hey, I'm a you, my homeboy Sweat and Mike, and my other homeboy Earl. Y'all kind of like saying the same thing. Y'all know, humble yourself.
Yeah.
Me, man. Hey, man. Let me tell you something about me.
Oh,
I'm the goddamn. Hey, man. I'm the Nat Turner,
man.
man. I ain't bowing down. I ain't holding myself to a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we ain't doing none of that. Because when the Mannings did it, Archie Manning stand up there with his son. Hey, he ain't going to San Diego Chargers. Now Deion Sanders, he said it, but he said it on a TV show or something like that, and he said, hey, I don't think my son need to go this place, that place, or whatever. When Archie Manning them did it, he was actually on stage with his son. Eli was saying, "Yeah, we ain't going to San Diego. We ain't." But Archie Manning did it, so he was just standing there bound. And when Deion said what he said, just like a father, you want to guide your son in the right direction. Now I can understand what you're saying. He needed to be humble, this and that. Might want to humble himself down. But don't you want your quarterback to be cocky? Don't you want him to be confident? Don't
Right.
hey
Yeah.
you
No.
want
No.
him to be confident, right?
I got a
Right.
question.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. So
Go ahead.
go ahead, Mike.
I'm in class. I got a question.
Uh,
Um, if you get drafted, first of all, you get drafted. Ain't it a privilege to go anywhere? You get drafted.
See,
When do
man.
we
See,
start?
see, see, see right
No,
there. See
I'm
right there.
asking a question. I'm
No,
asking
no, I'm about to
questions.
get you right there. See, man, that light skin in you, man. See what I'm saying? That light skin in you, man. Hey, man. I keep
Second point
telling
is
you.
that
Hey, man. Like I told you yesterday, man. I'm gonna have to G money you. You see what Nino Brown did G money in Hey,
Yeah.
man. I love you, but I gotta kill you, man. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Because you
Okay.
ain't about to take me down. You ain't about to go snitch on Master. Say, hey, Master, he
the
about to go
second,
leave.
the second point
But
is
all seriousness,
no.
all seriousness, all seriousness. This is what it is about. The only reason why that happened, I think about it, this is something totally that I was thinking about. Okay, when Trump got in the office, right? He first thing he did, he got rid of DEI. Follow me on this, right? DEI. So when you got rid of DEI, corporations and stuff like that, they can fire you for anything. You don't have to be saying, you discriminated against, it was racism, it was color, you know what I'm saying? Now, when he did that, that gave those owners the whip back. Now the owner can say they don't have to the whole the what's that the Rooney what's that little thing where you got the interview one of the little
Loan
black coaches that's
loan
out the
Money
room,
window.
room.
yeah.
That's out the window. The owners can pretty much say, "Hey, we don't want nobody. We don't want a Sheduer." That's why they say they took Sheduer off the charts. allowed the owners to take him off. You can't you can't sue the NFL for none of that stuff because DEI is out the window. That gives a lot of those companies they can fire you, get rid of you for any reason, and they can't be sued. Now, the reason I said, hold on, Mike, let me finish getting this out. The reason I said Sheduer, and that was a perfect example. The owners went in there and said, hey, we don't want to meet, I don't like him, we don't want him in our organization, take him off the board. Now, if he would be a top 5 player, he was probably like a top 2, top 3 player. All of a sudden, he dropped down to the 5th round. And like you said, he's one of the most accurate passes there was, 70%. He got, like I said, he got sacked like 90 times within the past 2 years, right? But he still got up, balled out. You ain't never seen him fuss at none of the linemen or nothing like that. It was the next play on. You know what I'm saying? So wouldn't you want a quarterback that when he under pressure, when the line is not blocking anybody, he get up, he come out, he just keep on throwing, he keep on playing because you know they didn't have a running game, so they didn't have the offensive line. So he's in there, he's taking those hits, he's tough, he's smart, he's accurate. Those are qualities that you want in a quarterback, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
no.
okay.
I mean, yeah. But the question is, why did he fall? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he fall down? And
I'm
it's
about to give you
because
the
not,
answer.
huh?
I'm about to give you the answer to that. I'm gonna let y'all go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is like this here. You said something earlier. It was his daddy. His
Mm-hmm.
daddy could be arrogant when he played because his daddy was a special. He's the greatest cornerback to ever play.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
His daddy could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
Do a slow footed, first of all. He has to
Mm-hmm.
go somewhere off his line. You get him off his line, he'll kill you. But second of all, you have to distinguish who your daddy is and who you are. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
putting all this on Shador. It's someone, a lot of this on Dion.
Yep.
Dion allowed the camera to come in there. He allowed Gilly to come in there. He allowed his son with his big old chain, like Jermaine was saying. That's our culture. We get that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. They're not that. They're
Mm-hmm.
millionaires. Dion and his sons are millionaires already. I can't knock that. Something I
Mm-hmm.
wish I would. But that ain't my cup of
Mm-hmm.
tea either. I'm not flashy. My thing is
Mm-hmm.
humble yourself. Have a few people in there, but you got celebrities in there. Look at Dion every game. ESPN was on the sideline all of a sudden, not so much for the games and Travis Hunter, but look who on the sideline. One day they had Quavo out there. I'm like, who cares Quavo at the game? They had Gerald Holmes at the
Facts.
game.
Preach.
Who
Preach.
cares?
Preach.
Who cares about this?
Facts.
No, listen,
Yeah, hey,
Facts.
listen. A lot of
hey.
times, no, I let you talk. Hold. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
understand
got my
something.
name up.
Deion Sanders is still doing what Deion did when he was playing sports. Deion loved the limelight. And
Mm-hmm.
even when he's playing or when he's not playing, just like Floyd Mayweather, some of these athletes love the limelight. Instead of saying, you know what, I had my time, I'm gonna let my kids let them go play, let them be them, let them do them. But no, you're still trying to hold his hand and saying what team your son, he's good, but it ain't like he's no you said Eli Manning. Perfect example. Who is Eli Manning brother? Peyton Manning, one of the best
That's
quarterbacks to
right.
ever do. Eli
That's
Mm-hmm.
at the
right.
same time. Should do on half. He's not a cornerback and ran a 4-2 like his daddy. He's a quarterback. So you need to
Mm-hmm.
humble. You should have forced Shador in. Say, hey, son, humble yourself. Go to these, and this is what they said happened. They said they went to the combine. They said there's 32 teams in the combine. They said he was walking by 20 rooms like, I ain't going to interview for them. I ain't going to interview. Hey, bro, this is a job
Facts.
interview. You cannot go out
Facts.
there being that arrogant, walking past people. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I'm Deion Sanders' son. Who give a
But
damn? Who cares
who
who your
said
son
Hey,
that?
he
is?
not lying.
Who
Yeah, you
said that?
right. Hey,
Who
Michael, you
said
hit
that?
everything on the head. No, even when he went on his interview with the Giants and another team, you know what I'm saying? They say he did not interview well at all based on their assumption on
E-
him. They said that
Exactly.
he did not interview well at all. They felt like, quote unquote, that he thought that he was already like
The
made
it
it,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
And again, it's not all of that. Yo,
Mm.
if you're confident, that's all good. Yeah, play with
Mm.
confidence. But it's a
Mm.
certain way you gotta handle yourself as a professional, right? We
Mm.
talk about as a professional. I mean, this dude, I don't know if y'all was watching the Cam Ward and his Shador
Oh
little
yeah, going back and forth
YouTube
talking.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Shador was like, "Yo, man, let's make a rap video and this and that." And Cam was like, his response was like, "Yo, man, nah, man, I'm a football player, man. I don't, basically, man, I don't do all that."
Mm-hmm.
And that's see, that's just the difference. Are you gonna get Shador football or Shador half football, half
Mm-hmm.
trying to be a rapper? You need 100%, especially at the quarterback position. You need 100% of Shador. You don't need them cameras. You don't need his
Mm-hmm.
brother with his camera thing following you
Yeah,
around in the
yeah,
Cleveland
Mm-hmm.
Brown organization.
yeah.
Man, them boy, I mean, you can't do that.
But
I
The
guess
mean, you
reason
what?
I
can't. But
say,
But
the reason I
yeah,
let me say this
say,
right here.
go ahead,
The
go
NFL,
ahead.
the NFL do it.
What they got to
because
do with
that's the
anything? It's
No,
the
no, 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 no,
NFL.
no, 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 no. Don't the NFL do it? They have cameras in all it. When in
That's the
all this.
NFL.
but
No,
that's the
no, 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 no,
NFL.
no, 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 no. We ain't doing that. This is like you said. This is a new day and age, right? Everybody got cameras everywhere, right? The NFL
No, but
do it, right?
that's the NFL. That's the NFL. So the NFL, that's their money they getting. He's bringing
Yeah.
in another entity, his brother, well off media. That means he's getting access to the NFL inside locker rooms, what the coach is talking about during the
Now
halftime and this, and they getting paid off. The NFL ain't getting nothing.
I don't think he could be in. I don't think he could be in at the NFL because the NFL got the inside access, so they can't.
But
They
see,
won't have
Darryl,
those cameras in there. But
you asked me a question. You say, how do I know that this stuff happened with Shador? Well, right
yeah,
after the draft, he came out and said, you know what? I could have handled the combine a whole lot different. That tell you
Oh yeah,
a
he
everything you
lot.
need to
did.
know. So it ain't like
No,
he
a lot
lying.
of because a
Everybody,
lot of those because he ain't been the
no.
only player that didn't want to throw in the combine. There's a lot of them
No,
number
no,
one
no, no,
quarterbacks
no,
don't
no,
want to
no,
throw
no,
in the
no, no,
combine.
no, no. I'm not talking about throwing the combine. I'm talking about so far
Mm-hmm.
as he said he could have handled I'm assuming, I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. If he could go back, he would have did things differently at the combine than what he did. So this is why, and like I say, this his actions at the combine, them owners, like you said, got together and say, you know what, he came here brash, arrogant. We're going to show him. Now Cleveland could have took him in the second round or the third round or whatever, but they let him sit there and sweat it out and let him know, listen. And this is sometimes the way God let you know to humble yourself, son.
Hey
Humble
man,
yourself. You already
I know
right now.
y'all
Listen, you
know.
already right now the Rolls Royce.
I know y'all know it's bigger than that, man. So don't even act like you ain't see what everybody else see, man. It's bigger than that.
Oh no, right,
It's
right.
bigger
I'm
than
not
that.
saying it's right.
We
Listen,
but you saying
listen.
you try to minimize how he caused this.
Oh, go ahead, Jermaine. Say what you want to say,
No,
Jermaine.
no, I'm not saying that's right. Trust me, he shouldn't have dropped all the way down the fifth round or whatever round.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
for
yeah,
real,
yeah,
those
yeah.
two, Gabriel from Oregon and that kid from Virginia, I don't think they should have went for him.
Mm.
They was making an example out of him. That's
They're
all
making
that
a
was. They
moment
was
out of
making,
it. Yeah,
Exactly.
but
Yeah. True.
again, I
True.
mean, he made his own bed though. He
But true.
made
yeah.
But
his own
just
bed,
just just like how you said, Jermaine, they made an example out of why and why is that? I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's all the same thing. Like I would tell you, you got that old money, that old massive money. These
right?
NFL, we ain't so far back from slavery now. You got to think about that. We still kind of like intertwined in that. So these old NFL owners, they got this old money, this old mentality. Look how old Jerry Jones is. Jerry Jones
Right,
still got that slave mentality, that master
right,
mentality. We all know that.
right.
So it's a lot of them that still got that same mentality. So what I'm
But let me
saying
ask you,
is,
okay.
go ahead,
Well, all
Mike.
I'm saying, I get what you're saying, but listen, you saying everything that you're saying. That's how you feel. I get it. But
Mhm.
you never have said yet that Shador should take accountability for how his action was, what he did
No,
wrong. You're not
no,
saying none of that.
I don't think he should. Cause you know why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Keyword: humble. When somebody wants you to be when somebody wants you to humble or want you to be humble before them, right? It's usually to me. I'm gonna get like it's the older person. Like if I got a elder, I'll humble myself before my elder, like my granddaddy, my great granddaddy. That word humble is for the 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 master when the slave seems like he's getting a little bit out of context. Hey boy, you need to
Well,
humble
why everything
yourself.
got to be slave with you? Why everything got to be
Because
referencing
that's what it
slave?
is, bro. It is. It's That always intertwined in the NFL, man. As long as you got this old money, these old owners, it's the same thing, bro. And the reason why Sheduer, and I'm gonna tell you why the reason why he ain't been humble. You know why he wasn't humble? When you got money, you don't got to be humble. When you need money, that's when you humble yourself. Think about it.
Okay, so
Think about
basically,
it now.
he got what he
When you
deserved.
when
Then.
you broke and you ain't got no money, you be a little bit more humble because you want to get that money, right?
So
Right?
you answer your own question why he failed because he wasn't humble.
That
He
means you
already
ain't
got
gotta
money.
kiss no butt. You ain't gotta kiss no butt. I ain't kissing nobody butt because if I broke, I'm broke. I've been broke all my life. I'ma still be broke, but I ain't about to kiss nobody butt now. You can get that. It's all about a
He
respect
did.
thing, man. Respect.
So basically, you saying that he was privileged then?
Exactly. I'm saying he got money. The same thing with Eli. Eli Manning had money, so his daddy could say that.
Yeah,
He
but
got the money.
Eli wasn't doing what Shador was doing.
What you mean? He telling what he wasn't gonna play? What you
No,
talking about?
no, Eli wasn't out here. Eli wasn't out here going. Eli wasn't out here crashing out on interviews. Again, not going back to the jury and stuff. That's our culture. But
Uh-huh.
Eli wasn't out here throwing big parties and stuff like that. And didn't, you know what I'm saying? And
Man, you gotta think about it. That was 2011 when Eli got draft? 2011, right? Yeah, 2011. Yeah,
yeah, okay.
hey, they're not wearing no jewelry, no stuff like that. Hey, because it's the other
Man,
side.
Deion
They ain't
Sanders
doing
wore
that.
jury back in. Man, Deion Sanders was wearing jury back then.
No, I'm talking about Eli Manning. They're
They're
not
not
wearing
gonna
no
do
stuff like
that.
that.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah. So,
It
but I'm
does. See, my
saying,
thing is, it's not. It don't matter what you have on and what. It's not. See, my thing is, if it's what you think it is, Darryl, what you saying, I'm not gonna. This is what you think it is. If you think
it
it
is.
is, then don't go in there. Don't go in there and get an mo to do that. Go in there and be
Oh,
Right.
humble.
you want to be a Samuel Jackson in Django.
No,
Oh, master. That what you want to be? I ain't bucking down on nobody, man. Either you gonna respect me as a man or don't respect me. Money or no money.
hey, well, listen, and that's what happened, Dow. They didn't respect it, and he lost millions of dollars.
Okay, I can deal with that. He
Now he
got
got a.
money. See, Jermaine, he can lose millions because how you lose something you ain't never had? He ain't never had the millions of dollars. He already got it. You can't
But
lose nothing you
no,
ain't
but
never
he
had.
would no, no,
Huh?
but he would have had it.
Hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You still ain't got it. it, don't, it don't even matter what you woulda had. Hey, I can think about the time how many times I woulda had something. Hey, it is what it is. It's in the win, man. But his daddy, he got money. He got the NIL deal, so they got money in college. So he's straight. So he
Well,
can
yeah, I
you can
mean,
tell
yeah,
like, hmm?
yeah. His dad. Look at his dad got money. Yeah, his NIL money is good, but again, living that life that he wants to live. I mean, he want. I think Shador wants to get out of his daddy limelight, man, and the only way he can do that is for Dion. I mean, for his dad to kind of fall back. Because even when he got signed, did y'all
Mm-hmm.
not hear when Deion Sanders was like, "Yo, can I speak to the GM?" He was like, "Yo, I mean, I don't know if y'all saw that
I
when
ain't seen.
he was on the phone when he was on the phone with the GM when they was congratulating him,
Yeah.
because they were doing that backyard party.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders was tapping him on the shoulder. Hey, yo, let me get the phone. Let me speak to the GM. Like, yo, who does that?
I mean, he
Like,
probably
who
had something
does
to say
that?
to him. Like he probably say, hey
Okay,
man.
what sixth rounder, what first rounder dad come out and be like, hey, let me speak to the GM?
But he
Like,
Dion, so
you
he
see
can
what I'm
do.
saying?
He Dion, so he can do that. He Dion, so he
And
can do
that's
that.
what, and that's why people didn't pick him because you know what? They thought that he's been caught where he's been with Dion for so long. It's either Dion way or no way. So if he's not doing something right with us, then
Mm-hmm.
they might them coaches might feel like damn. They might go ahead and fire me and then and try to get Dion. So that's why them GMs probably didn't want that either.
Yeah, I heard that
Because
too. I
they
heard
was
that's in
looking
the air
behind
too.
their
There's a lot of
back.
stuff that's in the wind. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, the draft is over and done with, man. I mean, we'll see how this pan out. I don't think he gonna pan out in Cleveland. I think they already got him set up for to not even try to make the team. So it is what it is.
think he is gonna do. I think they're gonna. I think he's gonna beat out Kenny Pickett. I think he's gonna beat out Kenny Pickett. I think he's gonna beat it because they're gonna get rid of Watson and your other
Mm-hmm.
kid that's there. What's the old quarterback that's there?
The dude from who?
Flacco.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Flacco.
Flacco.
Flacco just gonna be there as a mentor. Then you got
Mm-hmm.
that dude from Oregon.
Oregon.
He's gonna beat him out. So it's really, to me, it's really him and Kenny Pickett, and I think they
He'll
got
beat him
Sanders
out.
on a real good. Yeah, they got Sanders on a real good deal too. I mean, a real friendly deal. So if they want to cut him, they could cut him and don't lose no big money. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah, I think he gonna beat him out.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy if this is what was the guy that you wanted. Like I said, why would you pick the Oregon quarterback in front of him? That don't make no sense to me. But hey, and then you come back to pick him. Pick him with it don't make no sense. Like that did it seemed like that's a wasted pick. They could have got somebody. They could have got a defensive player or something like that with that pick.
Right,
With
right,
with the
right.
Oregon pick. So I don't know. Especially if you have Dion, I'm pretty sure they probably had Dion rated higher than the dude in Oregon. But you just wasting a pick to prove a point. Which with you
Right,
Cleveland, you ain't got time to be wasting no picks. You know?
right, right,
But
right.
it is what it is, man. Hey,
No, that
yeah,
was
hey
big.
Jermaine, man. Let us know about your little coach in your little league, man. The team.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. Absolutely. So, Next Level Spartans, it's a youth football organization here in Charlotte, North Carolina, man, ages
Uh-huh.
5 through 12. And you know, we've been around since 2019, man. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's been great, man. It's been great. Our first 3 years, our older age group, the 12U age group, they went, and won the North Carolina League championship, and actually also went to the Nationals. Now, the first year we went in 2019, out of 13 teams that was in Florida, because when people say, and this is what gets me with youth football. They be like, they got the number one youth football in the state of in the world, in the United States. Come on, dog. Like, that's not true. Based
Uh-huh.
on who you play, for example, we went to the Nationals down in Florida, and we know it's more than 13 12 U teams in the United States, but only
Mm-hmm.
13 showed up. And out of that 13, I was telling them, out of that 13 that showed up, we had placed third. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, for the first year, and that was good. And then our second year, we had went to the Nationals again, back to back. Then we came in second. And then our third year, 3 years in a row, we went, and then we never won it all. We came third, second, then we came runner up. So,
Mm-hmm.
but with that being said, man, we have over 120 kids, man. We also do cheerleading too, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just a fun atmosphere for the kids and the
Mm-hmm.
families, and it's very diverse, no drama. You know what I mean? And we just trying to give back to the youth.
So how
Okay,
they
man. That's what's
how
up,
can they get in
man.
contact? How can people
Oh,
who want to their kids up so put that on the platform? How can they get in contact with
absolutely, man. And they could get in contact with the Next Level Spartans by going to nlspartans.com. Again, that's nlspartans.com. And also, we are on Instagram. You could go to Next Level Spartans Youth Football is
Mm-hmm.
our Instagram page. But yeah, that's how you could get in contact with us. And we start
Okay.
our fall, and we start our fall season July 11th. July
Okay.
11th is when we start fall.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Hey, man. Like I said, Jermaine, thank you, man. We appreciate you joining us, man. Um, Talking sports and stuff like this. We definitely going to, link back up again. Probably before the season start, man, and get some more invites,
you?
especially like when spring training start. We want to get some more information from you, man. What your take on certain things, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Absolutely,
some
man.
room.
And again, I appreciate you guys having me, man.
No
Michael, man, I
problem.
appreciate you, know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
talking with you,
hey,
man.
I
Dowd, you
got
the
some medicine
OG,
for you,
baby.
man. I got some medicine for you
Okay.
too, to get you back right so you can get off them cowboys. I got some Robitussin for you, so we're gonna get into it.
Hey, we all need to listen. We all need to link up. We all need to link up and get a workout in, man. I got a studio up here too, man. That'd be good, man. We
Yeah,
can
definitely,
all
man,
link
definitely.
up sometime.
Okay, that's what's up, Jermaine. We'll definitely do that, man.
Okay. All right.
Peace out, man.
Appreciate you. Later.
All right, later.